How you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, here we are again, finally, with another channeled message video. So, I used to do these on a monthly basis. Life got in the way for a little bit, so it's been a couple of months since I've gotten to this, but we're back here with a channeled message video. And so for people who may not be aware, in these videos, like I said, usually about once a month or so, we just kind of tap in and take the pulse on what our guides say we most need to know right now. What do we most need to know? What's the message we most need to hear? How can y'all explain the craziness going on in the world? All the dumpster fires and shit shows that are going on right now. What do we need to know about that? Do we need a heads up? Do we need some kind of insights? Is there some kind of a bottom line that we need to stick to? So today we are going to get our guidance on that. As always, I just put myself into a meditative state. I start writing out, basically automatic writing, channeling whatever comes through, and I have that written down, and then I read that out for y'all. So this is the first time that I'm reading what I wrote along with y'all, and that's how these channeled messages work. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up on my end, and y'all see old Penelope here in her matching greens. Yes. Fabulous. So I'm going to pull that up. And also, this is an idea that came to me because of how I mentioned in the previous video, which I believe was our March predictions for March 2024 predictions video, that there's been people lately being like, okay, I know there's a lot of heaviness in the world and things like that. And so sometimes people are like trying to get away from politics and things like that that's going on, current events and stuff. They're like, maybe a little bit away from that. So this video here hopefully will be helping to kind of deviate from that path a little bit, take a little bit of a break from that path. And also, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't voted yet, I do have a poll up on my community tab. So on my channel, if you go to my channel and go to the community tab, then you will see a poll where I have put up a few options. I have 157 votes on it right now, where I put up a few options of some non-political types of reading suggestions that I've received that you can vote on. And there's also a category there that says other, explain below. So if you're like, I'm not really interested in the three that are up there, I want to vote for something else, then you can leave that in the comments below there, or you can leave it in the comments here too. So as always, I do 99% of my readings here on this channel based on requests, and I keep a list on my phone of all of those requests, and that way it's kind of a list of considerations where I'm like, all right, time to film a video, spirit guides. Help me to know which one of these is the right day, the right time for me to do a video on it, and I'll pick whichever one kind of stands out to me. So I'm happy to do that with political or non-political stuff, current events or fun stuff, things that are out there, whatever. So happy to hear your suggestions. But here we go with this video today, where it's deviating from that usual path. And it's a little something different. And so for those of y'all who've been missing these, here we go again, diving right on into it. So it says, Dear ones, we are happy to convene again with you here today. We have been tasked with providing the message that you most need to hear right now. That message is of faith and trust. This year, your world will go through many changes, both minor and major, and many of you will respond with anger and fear. Though we do not make an enemy of anger or fear, we do urge you all to focus on faith and trust. Acknowledge the dark while focusing on the light. These times you are entering now are filled with polarity, misunderstanding, deceit, and greed. There will be many decisions made around the world that affect you all in ways that make you question why. It is in these moments that we ask you to call upon us as your choir of angels, to assist you in your paths forward. You will soon see fighting at an increased scale, both out in the open as well as hidden behind the veil. You will see destruction and repair, cycles of death and rebirth, and Mother Gaia will ensure that the earth purifies itself in its own natural ways as well. There are things transpiring that you know not of, and still you must keep the faith and continue your trust in the process at hand. You continue to play a pivotal role and will continue to encounter massive changes in these times. This is all happening at an accelerated rate now, and all of you who have chosen to be here on this planet at this time have the ability to withstand it. Continue to go within. Continue to connect with us. We will never forsake you. We love you very much. Your choir of angels. So y'all, that's the first message of the day. I say that because we always have a second message that will come later for the Perk Squad. Always a second one there. But with this first message, kind of rereading it now, I have a lot of thoughts and I have a lot of feels. I usually kind of process these in real time with y'all because it's just like, oh. And so some of the things that were standing out to me, and I don't know, you might have to rewatch or re-listen or whatever, but kind of talking about how we've got, both sides of things going on, destruction and repair, death and rebirth, all of that kind of stuff. The fact that the theme here is faith and trust in the process, faith in the process, all of that. And it seemed particularly poignant to me that they mentioned that if we are here on the planet at this time, then we have the ability to withstand this. So for people that are like, I can't take anymore, I'm waving my white flag, y'all, stick a fork in me, I'm done. Apparently this is one of those times where it's like, you're stronger than you think you are. I know we're tired of having to be strong. I am. I'm sure y'all are tired of it too. But it's nice to know that they have that faith in us, and so we can have faith in them as well. But yeah, there's a lot of little pieces and parts in this that I think I would kind of need to focus on and marinate on a little bit, and let it sink in. And like I said, there's going to be a second message for the Perk Squad members in a second too. What do y'all think about this? Are there any certain pieces and parts that stick out to y'all, especially about this message? Anything that comes up for you intuitively as you hear it, as you let it soak in? Let me know. As always, you can put that down in the comments so that we can all kind of see how everybody is taking this, how everybody absorbs this, what everybody kind of gets from it. And just by sharing that, we all kind of get a deeper understanding of it ourselves. So, feel free to share that if you'd like. And speaking of the Perk Squad, we always do video shout outs. So I feel like I need to pull up one of the Perk Squad videos here so that I can choose at random while I'm live. We're not live here, but I'm live doing this some kind of way, so I can pull this up and give a shout out just off the cuff here to the first name that I see when I click on a Perk Squad video. So shout out to Preston Norris 9822. So shout out to you. Thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. There's lots of perks for the Perk Squads, y'all, and one of them is this video shout out. So Preston Norris 9822, thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. Preston, so happy to have you here. Big hugs to you and thank you for being a member. And yeah, there's lots on there for those of y'all who are interested in that, including extended videos like the one that's about to come up. I'm going to stick a B-roll on the end of this video as well, even if this one wasn't maybe as heavy as some other things that might happen on this channel. I think it's always nice to end with little puppy shenanigans and things like that. It seems to lift people's spirits and put a smile on their faces, and you know, how can that hurt? So we're gonna do that too. And then yeah, the next videos upcoming, we will have a mix of things. So a mix of current events, which oftentimes includes political content, but then also some of the things that are here that I'm looking at from the community tab, and suggestions from all of you that are non-political as well. And as I'm looking at it here, I'm seeing people write things about, you know, supernatural stuff, earth changes coming up, looking up mysteries such as mysteries around the pyramids or Bigfoot or flat earth or Antarctica, things like that, true crime readings, stuff like that. So I'm seeing all kinds of great suggestions here, willing to look into all of those. So that's exciting. Stay tuned for those things coming forward. And so, Perk Squad, hang tight. We're going to do a second message here for everybody else. Don't be a stranger. Come back and see me in Penelope. And bye, y'all. Excuse you? My goodness. First of all, is that a ball down there? And second of all, is that a diaper? Do you have a ball and a diaper? Yes, you did. Excuse you. Are you being rude? Are you rude? Child. Come here. Let me give you some loves. There.